But first, Rangers manager Steven Gerrard has urged UEFA to take action after Glen Kamara accused Slavia Prague player Ondřej Kudela of racially abusing him. The incident took place during Rangers' 2-0 defeat at Ibrox when Kamara reacted angrily to something that was said to him. Steven Gerrard exchanged words with the Slavia Prague head coach after the game and says he has total confidence that Kamara's account is accurate.
Glen Kamara, to me, is one of my own, like many others, like the majority, like all of them in that dressing room. And I 100% believe him, what he's saying in terms of the accusation. Other players around it heard it. So I will stand toe-to-toe with Glen Kamara. I feel angry. It's over to UEFA now, and I just hope it doesn't get brushed under the carpet. I tried to call Glen over during the game. He didn't come over. I was going to ask him, did he want to leave the pitch? And I would have backed him, whatever his decision was. The players stayed on the pitch. That was their decision.
It's not an easy one to answer, obviously, but what do you think should happen?
It's probably not my thing to say, but we can't just let incidences like this, go away from us and be forgotten and wait for the next one to happen. There's too much hard work and too many people trying to do everything they can to eradicate it from the game. But the only people that can eradicate it from the game are the ones that are way above me in high places, that have got the power to change situations like this.
After the game, Slavia Prague said Kudela swore at Kamara, but that it was not racist. So this is what they've said. Slavia resolutely denies the disgusting accusation of one of the team captains, Ondřej Kudela, of racist behaviour. After one of the brutal fouls, Kudela spoke to one of the Rangers players and was quoted in the statement, "I absolutely deny there was anything racist in those words." After the end of the game, the team was not allowed to enter the dressing room. Ondřej Kudela was assaulted by player Kamara and hit with fists in the head, with manager Steven Gerrard witnessing the incident. Even the UEFA representatives who were also present on the site of the incident were shocked by this behaviour. The team is now safe, accompanied by the Scottish police.
Well, for an update on this story, let's speak to our reporter Charles Patterson. Charles, good to see you. Now, Steven Gerrard has called for UEFA to act. So what have they had to say?
Well, they've put a statement out this morning, John, confirming that there is an investigation ongoing, but as far as they're aware, it is due to the incident which occurred in the tunnel after the end of the match and which involved some players of both teams. The statement says, "We are waiting to receive detailed reports of the match officials who were present at the game before commenting further." Now, that does not mention the alleged racist incident. That appears to refer to the alleged incident in the tunnel, which Slavia Prague, of course, have referred to in their statement. Now, with regards to the incident involving Glen Kamara and Ondřej Kudela, UEFA have told us that they will await the report of the match delegate and of the match referee before processing with their investigation, and this may take some time, of course, but certainly Steven Gerrard was adamant in his view that Glen Kamara is 100% truthful in what he has alleged, and that other players heard it as well. He made the point of saying it is up to people way above me to take action, but he does not want to see this swept under the carpet. We will see what entails, but clearly at full time everyone involved with Rangers was very upset indeed. We saw the chairman Douglas Park pitch side involved with some of the discussions. We also saw the director of football Ross Wilson down there as well. There were heated discussions in the minutes after the game between Rangers and Slavia officials. So it is up to UEFA now, and more primarily the match delegate and the referee, to produce their reports before we see where this goes.
Yeah, we saw Steven Gerrard responding in the press room there. You were there last night in that press room, Charles. Clearly it was an emotional incident. Just give us, if you can, just a little insight to the impact this incident had.
Well, he didn't even talk about the game really, John, at all. It was all about the incident because he said that the football, in his view, didn't matter after something as serious as this was alleged to have taken place. It took him over an hour and 50 minutes almost after full time before he came into the press room, and he talked at length for 10 minutes about it. You could see the strain that he was under when he was asked about what he feels should happen. Now, there have been many high-profile incidents of racist behaviour in recent years across UEFA competitions. They have been dealt with in certain ways. Steven Gerrard is acutely aware of that. He's been in the game a very, very long time. But for him as a manager, for it to happen allegedly to one of his players, I think that it has deeply, deeply affected him. And certainly he wasn't even thinking about the result of the game. He acknowledged that his team had been beaten by a better side, and he wasn't even thinking about throwing it forward to Sunday's game when Rangers will have to play Celtic. There was clearly a lot going on at full time and afterwards involving the two sets of players and coaching staff, and it did affect Steven Gerrard. But he made a very key point, which certainly I think UEFA will be looking at. He said, why would Andre Kudela go up to Glen Kamara and mention something to him with his hand over his face? That, to Steven Gerrard, did not sit right. That did not make sense. Those were his exact words. He did not understand why the player would do that, and that for him is basis enough for UEFA to launch a very stringent inquiry.
OK, Charles, for now, thank you very much.